Welcome back, my beautiful Royal Sussex Squad family. You know what time it is. It's time to set the record straight, uplift truth, and show love to two people who've endured the storm and walked through it with dignity, grace, and purpose. Today, we're not just discussing headlines, we're digging into the reality behind those headlines, and let me tell you, what's being said out there by the usual suspects is tired, recycled, and borderline disrespectful. But we've got the truth, we've got the full story. And we're going to walk you through it with the clarity the mainstream media refuses to offer. So let's talk about this recent media spin. A royal commentator, Jenny Bond to be precise, is out here suggesting that Prince Harry is uncomfortable in the world of celebrity. She's pushing this narrative that Harry has taken a back seat, letting Meghan take the limelight because he just doesn't fit in with California life. And honestly, it's laughable. These commentators act like they're insiders, like they know Harry's soul, his spirit, his purpose, but they're just speculating from afar, twisting the truth to fit their outdated royal fantasy where Harry stays in the box they built for him, silent, obedient, and stuck under the firm's thumb. But here's the thing. Prince Harry didn't move to Montecito to chase fame. He didn't uproot his life for the red carpet. He stepped back from royal duties to protect his family, to find peace, to serve from the heart, not from a golden cage. And if you've been paying attention, you'll know that Harry has never chased the limelight. That's never been who he is. Even when he was in the military, even during royal engagements, Harry's always been grounded, always hands-on, always about substance over show. He's the same man who walked through landmine zones in Africa because he believes in action over applause. And this is where we really need to pause, because what we're seeing from Prince Harry right now, especially in his recent visit to Angola, is the embodiment of purpose. While some royal figures are out here busy managing PR disasters, scrambling to save their public image with staged photo ops and shallow gestures, Harry is walking in his late mother's footsteps, literally and symbolically. Diana showed the world the face of courage in 1997 when she walked through a minefield in Angola, and now Harry is doing the same, honouring her legacy not just in words, but in deeds. He didn't go there to make headlines, he went to make change. In the remote village of Moano, surrounded by children who still live in danger zones riddled with landmines, Harry didn't just observe, he didn't just smile for the cameras. He led a landmine safety education session. He spoke in Portuguese, showing these children how to spot deadly devices and avoid them. That's not celebrity culture. That's not Hollywood. That's humanity. That's heart. That's the real Harry. And when he said, "As a father to young children, it breaks my heart to see innocent children still living and playing next to minefields," you could feel the pain, the sincerity, the weight of fatherhood in his words. That wasn't a scripted soundbite. That was a man who sees his own children, Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet, in the faces of those vulnerable kids. That was a man who understands what it means to serve future generations. This is the side of Harry the tabloids never show, because if they did, it would shatter the caricature they've worked so hard to build, a caricature of a lost prince who's been led astray by his wife. And speaking of Meghan, oh, you better believe we're going to talk about her too. Because while the media is busy pushing this Meghan takes the limelight angle as if it's a negative, we say, good, let her. Let her stand in the spotlight. Let her thrive. Let her lead. Because if there's one thing Meghan Markle has proven time and time again, it's that she can handle the pressure, the hate and the noise with a level of strength that most people could never imagine. They call it limelight like it's some kind of dirty word, but Meghan uses her platform to speak up for the voiceless, to empower women, to bring attention to mental health and family well-being. And yes, she does it with style, with intelligence, with integrity. That's not vanity, that's visibility with purpose. Harry isn't stepping back because he's weak. He's stepping back so he can focus on what matters to him. He knows who he married, he knows the queen he stands beside, and he trusts her to lead when it's her time to shine. That's partnership, that's balance, that's love. So when Jenny Bond and others say Harry is coming to recognise that LA isn't for him, they're not revealing some shocking insight, they're stating the obvious. Harry was never meant for the Hollywood social circuit. That's not where he finds meaning. But just because he doesn't attend movie premieres doesn't mean he's lost. It means he's rooted in real causes, rooted in fatherhood, rooted in healing the world where he can. And he's not doing it alone. Let's go back to his Angola trip, because the impact doesn't stop with that single visit. Harry helped secure a 3-year commitment from the Angolan government to continue clearing landmines. That's not just symbolic, that's life-changing. That's villages made safe. That's children able to walk to school. That's farmland restored. That's tourism revived. That's economic hope returned to communities left in the ruins of war. That's what legacy looks like. This isn't about spotlight stealing, it's about role sharing. Harry and Meghan are building a new model of service, one that's not shackled by royal traditions or archaic expectations. And that model scares the establishment, because it works, because it's real, because it proves you don't need a palace to have power. And let's be clear, Harry may not be comfortable in celebrity culture, but he's at home in the trenches. He's at home where change is being made, whether that's in Angola or with veterans through Invictus, or at the UN speaking on mental health. He shows up. And Meghan, she amplifies, she lifts, she connects, she brings grace to every room she enters. Together, they are a force. So, no, we're not buying this weak narrative that Harry's shrinking away while Meghan dominates. We see two people playing to their strengths, backing each other up, and proving that a modern royal couple doesn't have to bow to outdated traditions. They just have to be real. And that's exactly what they are. Real, compassionate, forward-thinking and unbreakable. Let the haters talk. Let the commentators speculate. Let the royal sycophants keep writing their fantasy fan fiction. Meanwhile, Harry and Meghan are out here changing lives, speaking truth and raising children who will grow up knowing their parents stood for something. So, to the squad listening right now, don't let the noise distract you from the facts. Don't let the tabloids twist what's really going on. And don't forget what we stand for on this channel. We uplift truth. We speak power to lies. We celebrate love, justice and evolution. And most importantly, we see Harry and Meghan for who they truly are. And if you see them too, if you feel their impact, if you believe in the future they're building, make sure you're subscribed. Turn those notifications on so you never miss an episode. And if you want to support this platform, if you want to help us keep defending the Sussexes with truth and heart, hit that super thanks button and show some love. Every bit of support helps us stay strong, stay vocal, and stay in this fight. Because this is bigger than Harry and Meghan. This is about rewriting the narrative, and we're doing it together. So thank you for being here. Thank you for riding with the truth. And thank you for keeping the Sussex flame burning bright. We are the Royal Sussex Squad, unfiltered, unafraid, unapologetic, and we'll be right here defending love one truth at a time. Until next time, family, stay bold, stay loud, and most importantly, stay royal. Prince Harry, happy for Meghan Markle to take the limelight as Duke shows discomfort. Prince Harry is not especially comfortable with the celebrity world he has found himself in since settling in the US with Meghan Markle, a royal commentator has suggested. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex moved to Montecito, California in 2020 after stepping down as working royals. 5 years after the big move, Harry is coming to recognize that he is struggling to integrate into the California celebrity scene, commentator Jenny Bond has claimed. I think he is coming to recognize that the LA celebrity world is one in which he is not especially comfortable, Bond observed. To that end, the Duke of Sussex appears happy for his wife to be their public-facing side in that realm and take the limelight. Otherwise, Bond felt Harry remained focused on the traditional royal role of a life of service, which he believes he continues to demonstrate. The expert's analysis comes as Harry returned from his trip to Angola for the Halo Trust, where he oversaw the continued efforts to rid the Central African nation of landmines. His visit, where he walked a minefield, mirrored a similar trip by his later mother, Princess Diana, to Angola in 1997 to raise awareness of the issue. I think this is precisely the sort of work that Harry should do, Bond continued to tell the Mirror. She added, "It is not only a hugely worthwhile cause, but it also connects him with his mother, which is something he yearns for." While in Angola, the Duke said, As a father to young children, it breaks my heart to see innocent children still living and playing next to minefields. The prince, who has 2 children with Meghan, Prince Archie, and Princess Lilibet, added, "All of us have a duty to protect children and future generations from the harms of war, both present and past." On the site of a cleared minefield, Harry led a landmine safety education session for children in the remote village of Mawano. During the lesson, he explained the instructions in Portuguese, teaching local children how to recognize and avoid landmines. Harry's trip also marked the securing of a 3-year commitment from the Angolan government to support landmine clearance. The Duke praised Angola's President João Lourenço on demining efforts. "This commitment is about more than removing deadly devices. It's about unlocking potential in a country that has so much, enabling children to walk to school safely, allowing farmers to grow crops, attracting sustainable development, and bringing back wildlife tourism," he said. This renewed partnership builds on earlier support announced during the Duke's 2019 visit with Halo. Since then, over 20,000 landmines have been cleared in the Cuando-Cubango region alone, with the support of the Angolan government. At a war memorial in Quito, Cuanavale, Harry issued a call to action. "I urge all donors to stand with Angola in finishing the job. This is not just about landmines. It's about healing the last wounds of war and giving future generations the peace they deserve."